Hi, guys. Good evening. Welcome back once again to the EdWord. I'm your host, Eddie, and in tonight's video, I will be discussing that big breaking news we got just about an hour ago or less than 2 hours ago that hit online. Apparently, Rian Johnson, Disney, Lucasfilm are all coming up with a brand new, all new Star Wars trilogy in the coming years. I think this isn't that surprising considering I recently read an article or an interview with Lucasfilm president Kathleen Kennedy, who said that they're planning to make they're planning Star Wars films for the next 10 years, spin-offs, more stories past episode 9, and et cetera, et cetera. And I think this story only confirms that. And apparently, director of The Last Jedi, which comes out next month, Rian Johnson, is going to be heading it all, or at least he'll be very heavily and directly involved. So I guess he will be giving us 3 brand new films for a brand new trilogy, and I think it's all going to be fresh, brand new characters, completely brand new storylines, new worlds to explore, new characters, new aliens, new creatures, new ships. All sorts of stuff, but my point is, it's all very, very exciting stuff, And I know some people are probably sick of Star Wars. They just wish that it would end. Well, clearly this franchise shows no signs of slowing down. In fact, come to think of it, I don't think it ever really has slowed down. Even before they announced Disney bought it back in 2012, before Episode 7 was even announced and whatnot, this franchise it's never stopped. It's always been there. It's always been a thing. Ever since 1977, it will be there till it's not. But I think personally, I'm very intrigued and excited about this. This is a very exciting possibility because the Star Wars universe is such a big universe. It's such a giant galaxy. There are so many worlds, so many characters that you could explore, so many stories and storylines that you could tell, that you could adapt, that you could write. I mean, there's just so much awesome potential and great possibilities. I just think this is very exciting. And what is especially reassuring and extremely hopeful is that if they want Rian Johnson to give them a brand new trilogy, 3 new films, that must mean they have been blown away with The Last Jedi. Now, clearly, we don't have any reviews yet, critic or fan reviews yet for The Last Jedi. I'm sure it's going to be awesome. But I'm cautiously optimistic because I don't want another soft remake, kind of like what Force Awakens was. I enjoyed Force Awakens, but it was very similar to A New Hope, and I hope Last Jedi isn't like Empire. But if it is, oh well, I'm sure I'll still enjoy it. I'm still going to see it. But if they are letting Rian Johnson be this involved in it, that must mean that he's done a phenomenal job on this movie, on The Last Jedi. So if they've got this much faith and confidence in him, then I am going to trust Mr. Johnson to know what he's doing. So, obviously my opinion may change or it may stay the same after I see The Last Jedi. But if Disney and Lucasfilm feels like this is the guy to handle the new movie trilogy, then great, I'm all for it. If this is a step in the right direction, then this is a step in the right direction. So congratulations to you, Mr. Rian Johnson. I'm sure The Last Jedi is going to blow us away, and congratulations on your new role in the Star Wars universe. That is awesome. Well done. Congrats. And I just think that's so incredible. So, there's just so much potential and really, really exciting stuff here that, the next decade or the next couple of years are going to be very exciting. So, moving on in other movie news, just a few other items I wanted to touch on. It seems the Dark Universe has been indefinitely put on pause or scrapped altogether, as it was recently revealed either yesterday or earlier today that the 2 guys who were supposed to be running the Dark Universe, Chris Morgan and Alex Kurtzman, both of whom were involved in this summer's The Mummy, a film which which is both a critical and a commercial flop. Unfortunately, I personally enjoyed it, but unfortunately, not everybody enjoyed it. It seems that Universal has once again scrapped their plans for a shared universe for their Universal monsters, which is not entirely surprising, but also a little disappointing because I was looking forward to seeing all these monsters, these characters sharing the big screen. But who knows? You know, never say never. Maybe one day they will finally get it right, and they'll give us a dark universe that we deserve, one that we'll enjoy. And, you know, I thought The Mummy was going to do that. It seemed to have so much potential, but obviously not everybody felt that way. It seems most people did not care for it, which is too bad, because I enjoyed it, and I know other people have, but not everybody's favorite movie. So Alex Kurtzman and Chris Morgan are both moving on to other projects. I believe Kurtzman is heavily involved in the current series Star Trek Discovery, and Chris Morgan has been tasked with writing a Fast and Furious spin-off based on, and it's a spin-off, like it's going to be spin-off of the Dwayne Johnson character Hobbs, and possibly including Jason Statham's character as well. So Kurtzman and Morgan are both, they seem to have walked away from the Dark Universe, and Universal seems to have scrapped it all entirely because Bride of Frankenstein was indefinitely delayed, meaning it's not going to be happening anytime soon. But who knows? I say we keep our chins up. I want to believe that there's a slim chance this could still happen one of these days. But in the meantime, let's just occupy ourselves with other awesome and amazing film and TV shows that are still happening, and there's still a lot to look forward to. Speaking of upcoming films, this has been a recent news item the past couple days. Former star of the NBC series Chuck, Zachary Levi, who also recently appeared in Thor Ragnarok, has been officially cast to play Captain Marvel himself in the upcoming Shazam movie coming in spring of 2019 from DC and Warner Brothers. He's already started working out and getting incredibly buff. And his casting was announced a week ago or so, or a couple days, and it's very, very exciting stuff. And just recently, yesterday I believe, a young actor by the name of Asher Angel, or Asher Angel. I'm really sorry if I'm butchering that name, but I think he's a Disney Channel star or something like that. But this kid has been cast to play the role of Billy Batson, and for those of you who may not know the history of the character Captain Marvel, basically whenever this kid Billy Batson yells out Shazam, I don't know if lightning strikes him or if light surrounds him or something like that, but basically he turns into Captain Marvel and becomes a superhero. So now the lead role has been cast both for the younger kid version and the adult Captain Marvel version, and I believe the script is written and they've entered the pre-production process, and I believe filming is going to start either soon before the end of this year or definitely early next year, because it's shooting for an April 5th, 2019 release date. So filming is going to be starting sooner rather than later, and I know a lot is writing on Justice League. In fact, I think that's why Ben Affleck has been so hesitant lately on stating regarding his future as Batman. Either he knows what they plan to do with the character after Justice League and he can't say anything, or he honestly doesn't know because Warner Brothers hasn't told him yet. Maybe they don't want to make any more movies after Justice League, Aquaman, and Shazam, because Aquaman is currently in post-production after filming for a good chunk of this year. And I doubt Justice League is going to suck. It looks pretty amazing, and I'm sure it'll make plenty of money. At least I hope so. And more importantly, I just want it to be a good movie. But who knows? I guess maybe Justice League will have an impact on Shazam or not, so only time will tell. But fortunately, like I said, this is all fairly exciting stuff for the most part. Rian Johnson giving us a new Star Wars trilogy. Shazam movie is moving right along. And let's not entirely lose hope for the Universal Monsters. I want to believe that this is something that could still happen one of these days. They just got to get it right. Well, guys, what are your thoughts and opinions on any of the news items and topics I covered in tonight's videos? Anything you're excited excited about, anything you feel strongly for or strongly against. Please feel free to leave your comments and your opinions down below in the comments section. I'd love to hear from everybody. As usual, we're all entitled to our own opinion. That's our own right. But please be civil and keep it respectful of each other's opinions and beliefs, and no internet trolling, please. Don't forget to check out the rest of my channel here by hitting that subscribe button, and check out my official Facebook page for the EdWord as well. Have a great rest of the night, guys. Thanks again for stopping by, and of course, until next time, may the Force be with you.